Greetings fellow gamers and commanders, I hope we're all well and staying safe during these very uncertain times. I think it was about time to do an intro for World of Warships Legends. So of course I'm Uncle Fester 382, welcome back to my channel. So here we are on the main menu screen for World of Warships Legends. This is as soon as you go into the game. So you can either switch your profile or go to play. So we'll go straight to play. Okay, so now we are in the main screen for the game. So just a bit of background for World of Warships. So World of Warships is a naval action MMO. It's dipping into the world of large-scale sea battles of the first half of the 20th century. Epic battles rage across the oceans of the world in order to claim victory among teams comprised of the greatest representatives from the era of multi-ton marine giants. In order to achieve victory in battle, players must employ a wide range of strategies in a variety of tactical decisions: sudden ambushes, cunning flanking attacks, open confrontation and head-on assaults. Captains must strive to find an ideal way to deliver a decisive blow at the enemy. So on Xbox, it's experienced the epic naval action in World of Warships Legends, a global multiplayer free-to-play online game where you can master the seas in history's greatest warships, recruit legendary commanders, upgrade your vessels, and stake your claim to naval supremacy with or against players around the world. So this game first came out on PC in September of 2015, and then it was released for Microsoft on the Xbox in August of 2019. So coming up to 2 years that it's been on the Xbox, and gotta say, it's a pretty good game. The usability is pretty easy. One thing I will say is look at the controls. So go down to there now, just before we get started on the menu. So yeah, look at it. Main reason is there was when I was playing for the AI battles, everybody on my team, other people as well, are real humans. And what I couldn't quite figure out is how everybody was shooting out these various commands, which we'll get to that later. And I was, well, how are they doing that? Look at the settings. So RB on the control pad is your quick commands, and that is where you can talk to your other teammates that are on your team. So yeah, took some time to find that, but yeah, finally found it. Okay, we'll leave play for a bit and we'll go to the other sections. So if we go into ships, so these are all the ships that you can get for the various countries. So we've got the USA, Japan, United Kingdom, Germany, France, USSR, Italy, and then you've got your premium ships. So if we go with USA, because I've got, as you can see, quite a few unlocked for them. So when you first start out, you start out with the chance of either having the Albany or jumping straight across, I believe, to the St. Louis, at which point you can either go up the tree or along the tree and then down the tree and so on and so forth. So these ones down here with the sunshine on them is ones that I've bought early access for. So at the moment I've got the Nevada, and so far as you can see I've pretty much gone along on the cruisers, and then I went down off. See, all of these you can still play with, but then I went down onto the battleships, and of course down to the aircraft carriers. So off this I can, so if we pick the Pensacola, there we go, it's loaded up. So there's that. As you can see down the bottom right corner, you can hide the UI. And I can look at the ship, I can zoom out, I can zoom back in and have a real good look at the ship. They've done some great work on these ships, making them, the design, it's done really well. And you press LT again to get your UI back up. So as you can see, I've only got the 2 upgrades and modifications slotted so far. I've got 3 more was it? Yep, 3 more to go before I can either go up and back to a cruiser or keep going and go up to another cruiser. But there's 2 different lines I can go here. There's the New Orleans or there's the Dallas. So it's that simple, and you can scroll across with RB, LB to the loadout, to your stats. You can look at all your armour, tells you everything you need to know, so you can learn where the hard points are, where your good points are, what you should avoid doing. There's just some overview information, tells you what the ship is good at, and then also gives you some background information to the actual ship itself. So all of these are real ships that were used at the start or during World War II. So that's all of them. Okay, we're going to commanders. So this will give me a list of all the commanders that I've got available to me at the moment. Now, important to note that you can only use USA commanders with USA ships. Bit of a pain in the backside, but unfortunately that's the way it is. So if you're unlucky to be with the USA, then you've only got so far 1 commander that you can use. With Japan I've got 2, the United Kingdom I've got 1, Germany I've got 3, France I've got 2, USSR I've got 2, and Italy I've got 1. So, but I like playing the USA ones. I like the ships. But that's me. So you can campaign and missions. Now all these missions are things that they're like side objectives that you've got to do within the 3 different options that you'll get when we go into play. So there's a number of different things you can do. So my next reward milestone will be 25. So I'll get my next Admiralty supply then. So we'll go into more of that maybe in a different video, because there's just so much here to cover. So I'm just going to basically go over the majority of it, and then at some point later down the line I'll dabble more into bits and pieces. Okay, so we've got the Bureau. So this is where you do all your research projects. So there's some ships that you can't actually buy within the game from the store. You actually have to do all the research for them. So at the moment I've started researching on the Yamato and the Grover Kurfürst. So at the moment that's pretty much all I've done, but there's quite a few in here, as you can see. Obviously there's more over there. So I've got quite a few here that I can get on with. So, and then we've got the store. So obviously free to play game, but of course going to be the ability to do in-game purchases. So you've got things like this on the screen, deal of the day. So on deal of the day I get a number of boosters and a type of camouflage. So use LB and RB to navigate to the different one. So as you can see along the top, there's 1, 2, 3, technically 4 different figures. So there's 4 different types of currency that are actually within the game. There's actually a 5th, which is displayed up there. So yeah, but most of anything that you buy pretty much within the store is going to majoritively cost what's called doubloons, which is your gold one, which is the first one on the far left of all the numbers across the top of the screen. So 215 displaying at the moment. That's how many doubloons I currently have. So you've got, oops, wrong button. So you've got all your different options here to buy them for real money. And if we then go further along into special, so here's all the special deals that they're doing at the moment. So as you can see, the Independence Arizona pack. Now obviously we're coming up to the 4th of July, so at the moment they're doing some massive deals for the Americans to celebrate Independence Day. So for example, here you can buy a tier 5 Arizona battleship. So if I just quickly go into that. Now I've already got this because I did this earlier, but I've got the Arizona, and what I got for that 10,500 doubloons was the tier 5 Arizona battleship, but I also got the premium permanent camouflage as well, which gives various boosts, which again I'll show you that when we go into the play side. But what you can do is you can go in here and you can have a look at the ship, and it'll take you back to this screen again, and there she is with the camouflage on. As you can see, very nice. A camouflage that makes her look like she's lit up like a Christmas tree, but it's a camouflage. Go figure that. But anyway, right, so 10,500 doubloons. So if we go back to our doubloons, to get enough for that, obviously you get a bonus amount of doubloons whenever you buy it. So currently this would cost £29.99 English money currently, because obviously I'm English or British or whatever you want to say. So yeah, so you've got all your different specials in here. And we've got our premium section. Now the premium section, this gives you a boost to the amount of credits you receive. We'll call it credits for an amount of time. So for 125 doubloon, I can have 1 day premium access, which will give me 50% XP per battle, 50% more credits per battle, and 50% commander XP per battle. So it's kind of worth having, but by the same token you will still get credits. Just depends how quickly you want to advance. So there's a number of different ones here. There's 1, 7, 30, 90, 120 and 360 days of the year. And you've got your various commanders. Now this is the other currency which isn't displayed at the top, which is commander XP. So currently I only have 174,122 commander XP. So I'm not currently there yet to be able to get one of these lovely fine gentlemen here. But as you can see, the graphics and the portraits are quite good. But yeah, you've got wrong button again. So you can scroll along to the Japanese, different officers from the United Kingdom. Now each one, if I just go into William Tennant. So I'll tell you here, William Tennant served both World Wars. most often on some form of cruiser, from light cruisers to battle cruisers. So straight away, you know he's a good battle cruiser commander. So go down to the content preview, he's got his core value is survivability, and he will also boost the incoming damage to your citadel on your ship by minus 0.5%. Okay, so if we go to containers, these are all different containers. So for example, the Summer Big Crates holds goods that will help you to progress on your naval journey. Inside you may find various commander items, days of premium account and doubloons, as well as premium ships as well. So yeah, different things here. So you've got the summer crates, you've got the commander packs. So if I buy one of these, then I will get a commander, or should I say 3 commanders, because it's a box of 3, so I could get 3 different commanders. So at some point that might help, or I could get 10 commanders, or I could get 5, 3, or just 1. I'll learn to stop pressing that button in a minute. Okay, so onto the forge. So there's different things that we can do here with the steel badges. Now I currently have 0, unfortunately, but if I had 30,000 steel badges, I could buy the tier 7 Missouri. Now, as we all know, the Missouri is an Iowa class battleship from World War II. Very famous battleship that didn't just serve obviously World War II, but also served in quite a few notable campaigns for around over 40 years of its life, and refitting and various other things that was done to it. It's now a museum, apparently. Okay, so then we've got ships. So these are where all your different ships are. So we've got the recommended, we've got, sorry about that. So you've got the recommended, you've got your different countries. So for the US, we've got a Mark 6 battleship, which is the Florida class. So which I've also got. Now this is as high as you can go when it comes to buying ships off the store, I've found. So at the moment, this is the best ship I can get with 14-inch quadruple turrets. So it's a pretty good ship. I only actually bought it this morning, so I've only played a couple of different games with it. But yeah, then you've got the tier 6 destroyer. Then we've got a tier 5 battleship. You've got obviously various different ones in here. So we've got the Arizona, the Indianapolis, got the Atlanta, the Kid, which is a famous destroyer. So obviously with the Japanese, you've got some as well. Oh, we have got a Type 7 cruiser there. Okay, never seen that before, but okay. Okay, then with the UK, you've got obviously the Duke of York, the Cheshire, the London, the Cossack, the Monarch, the Hood. Oh, the Monarch's there. Okay, so you can get Type 7 then, Tier 7. So forget what I previously said, there are some Type 7 ones in here, just not many. But it is on a limited offer, and you can't buy it with doubloons, you can only buy it with that. So if we go to view the ship, try to remember what that was actually called. That's your global XP. That was the one. I knew it was called something. But yeah, there's the Monarch. Lovely British battleship right there. And the detail on that is just incredible. which I suppose is why it costs as much as it does. But yeah, the Monarch was one of the preliminary versions of the King George V class ships, armed with 381mm main battery guns. She had features characteristic of a next generation battleship, namely relatively high speed, thick horizontal armour and dual purpose artillery, and her year of design was 1935. So there we go. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm still getting to grips with a lot of it, but I thought I'd just come on and show you a bit to do with it. Okay, and then finally we've got the supply. So this is where you can get all your bits and pieces from your credits. So the white one is your credits, and we can get rare booster packs, global XP boosters, so we can get more. These are all boosters that during the game. So if I go just back to ships a second, let me just show you my Florida class. There. Okay, so if I go to loadout, so this is all my loadout. So my ammunition, I've got obviously my high explosive shells and my armor piercing shells. Get there in a minute. I've got my consumables. You get an amount of these that you can use each match. Apart from the damage control party, that one is unlimited, as you can see. And on this particular one, I've got repair party and I've got enhanced secondary targeting. However, I can choose from two others, but I felt that one was the best one for this ship at the moment. Okay, so here's your boosters. So on my boosters, so the first one, I've got my ship XP booster. So experience points, I can boost them on tier 1 with plus 25%, tier 2 with plus 50%, and my XP per battle on a tier 3 would be plus 100%, so I effectively earn double. So we get Commander XP there, we get Global XP, got credit boosters there, so I'll get more money per battle, more credits should I say, and then I've got one that boosts various different things. So at tier 1 I get more movement, so when I turn. For tier 2 I get maximum movement speed of plus 3 and reload time on all my consumables, and for the tier 3 I get an increase on the range of my main guns, an increase on the maximum movement speed, and a reduction in the reload time on my consumables. So that's your boosters. Then you've also got at the bottom your camouflages. Now you get different ones of these as well that you can buy. So I've got my disposable ones that are just one battle use, but as you can see, so I've only got one option on that first one option on that second one, 2 options on the third one, 2 options on the fourth, whereas the permanent ones are always there. You're not going to dispose of them, you're not going to consume them, and if they're useful to you. So for this one I've got the premium camouflage that came with the ship, which reduces my detectability range and also disperses any incoming fire. So they're all good. I can obviously melt down the paint as well and transform it into paint to make it permanent. But anyway, let's go back to this. Okay, so there's all your boosters. So you can buy different boosters, rare boosters, camo packs. So there's all the camos. So there's loads of different ones on there that I can purchase. So there's that one. So I can put an eagle on there. That actually looks quite a nice pack, to be fair. Obviously you have to buy that camouflage, you have to have the ship as well, otherwise it's pointless. So for example, I can't buy that one, the Sea of Bismarck. So the warm camo, so it's supposed to make it look like it might have done maybe shortly after it's sinking. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think that's a bit, it's a bit morbid, but okay. But yeah, the option's there. So that's all our store. So, right, we'll go down to the bottom first. So containers. So normally in here, I'll have my containers that I can open. You get one free one every 24 hours. I've got my social section. So all the people, all my friends on my friends list. And then I can look for divisions as well. So if I've got friends who play the game, which I haven't, then we can team up and go and do a match. Okay, ooh, got my service record. So, I've got a new patch. So I've got the red patch. Haven't quite figured out what these patches do yet. But yeah, I'm sure I'll find out at some point. And I've got the symbols as well. I'm guessing these are just patches that you put on the side of your ship, I'm guessing. But anyway, sorry, we were in service record. So we've got summary across the top. Press LB, I can go to statistics. Now, as you can see, it says 0. Why is that, Fester? Well, it's after some looking. There's another sub-menu right below statistics, which says standard. Now, I haven't played any standard matches yet. So if I press LT, versus the AI, and all of a sudden, there's all my figures popping up. It took me about a day to figure that one out. Yeah. But yeah, there's all my statistics. So that's for me versus AI. So not too bad actually, considering. You know, you've got the ability to just keep going and keep going into battles, not going back to port, just keep going into battles. And sometimes you go into 1 or 2 battles and you do a bit of damage and then you die. So yeah, you sometimes feel like you're not getting anywhere, especially in the early days when you first start playing. But yeah, so if we go to arena, so there we go, straight away. I must have played a lot of arena. So as you can see, battles played, victory 7, defeats 29, oh dear. Draws 1, battles survived 5. So you can tell how very much the gameplay is in there. I wouldn't recommend going into that until you've got a grip against the AI at least. So at least playing a computer, you know, there's algorithms which you start to learn what it's going to do. In the arena, you're playing against real humans, which becomes a completely different ball game. As you well know, anybody who plays strategy games will know that once you start playing another human, that's when it gets fun. But you need to know what you're doing as well. How long have I been playing now? About 7 days, maybe 8 days. So I'm fairly new into it. I'm mainly going into the arena, which I'll show you in a bit. But I'm mainly going into the arena because obviously when you've finished the arena matches at the end of, I think there's another 10 days left, you get rewards. So I'm purely playing it for the rewards. And yeah, I've had some good matches. I think I uploaded a video yesterday of one of the matches on AI. Sorry, one of the matches on the arena, where it was actually one of my better matches. The problem is I don't constantly record all the time, so what tends to happen is I'll play a really good match, and I've actually played one other arena match where I did even better than the video that I uploaded. but I forgot to press record. So, unfortunately, we've missed it. But yeah, there's that. So, anyway, so there's all my medals that I've got so far. So I've got First Blood, Fireproof, High Caliber, Devastating Strike, and it's just a flesh wound. And that's all I've got so far. There's loads in here. Loads. So maybe as I get better, maybe I'll get more of them. There's all them patches again. Like I said, still ain't got a clue what they are, but I'm sure I will figure that out. Okay, there's no battles play because we've just loaded up the game and just come into it, and I'm waffling on for 30 minutes. So, okay, so let's come out of that. Okay, and then obviously you've got your settings, which is what I went into earlier to show you the controller. So in here, you've got your controls, your sound, your display, your customization, and network. Now, I can't delete the Wargaming account because obviously I've bought ships for number one, and number two, I haven't got a Wargaming account, so it's automatically been created by Xbox to allow me to play. I should say Wargaming so I can play. So yeah. Right, come on, let's get into play because I've had enough now. Right, so here we go in the play section. So battle type. So we've got versus the AI, so against a super smart computer. We've got the standard gameplay where you fight against real players in randomly composed teams, which I haven't done yet. So, but I will do it at some point. But I'm mainly concentrating on this, which is arena. So currently they're into season 4 and there's 12 days left for that. Now as you can see at the bottom, you've got the leaderboard. So currently I'm in the top 10% and my position is currently 7,032, but it has gone down a bit, probably because I've only done, you get 15 matches a day you can play. I've only played 2, so that was actually green because I've gone up the board earlier, but obviously now of course I've gone down. So currently there I am. I've got 69,970 points. So as you can see down the bottom, the season rewards. So at the end of the season in 12 days, I will get the participation and the top 10%, which I'm sure I can go down to that. No, I can't. I tried earlier. Okay, yeah, so yeah. So I think I'm doing quite well for somebody who's only been playing for about, what, 8 days, I think I said. Something like that. But anyway, yeah, so we can go into arena. So, but for the purposes of this, for now, we'll go into versus AI. Now, I'll pre-warn you what I'm going to be doing when we go in and play a quick game, which should be interesting. We'll see just how good it turns out. It's either going to be a complete disaster or I'm going to do very well, so we'll see. But when we do this, here's all my various ships that I've got here. So there's my Arizona. This lovely skin on. There's my Pensacola. There's my Texas. I tend to, when I go into the arena, if I decide I want to go in with a battleship, which I do tend to a lot, as you can see from the Elite XP, and I tend to go with the Texas. So we're doing quite well with her at the moment. I've also got a Nevada. But I do like my Texas. So there's my Florida, my tier 6 battleship that I only purchased this morning, and I've already earned 2,643 Elite XP for her. Here's the other one that I bought with the Arizona pack this morning which is a premium destroyer. Haven't really played much with her, but she's quite a good little strong ship. So yeah, I've got my Omaha, which is currently my highest cruiser with torpedoes. She's a good little ship to play with. One benefit is, as you can see on both sides, I've got 2 separate torpedo tubes, so I can make the firing of them quite wide. Got more chance of hitting my target. There's my aircraft carrier, the only aircraft carrier I currently possess. So she's very basic. She's only tier 3. So as you can see, one of the earliest, Langley class was one of the first aircraft carriers. I believe she was actually originally constructed as a battleship, and I think they repurposed her and turned her into an aircraft carrier, if I remember rightly. And then I've got my Phoenix, my tier 3 cruiser. It's another one I like to play with a bit. So yeah, but anyway, let's try it with a kid, shall we? Oh, I need to buy boosters. Yeah, definitely need to buy boosters. I'll do that at some point. Okay, so the kid is a Fletcher class destroyer that has a powerful anti-aircraft armament and high speed. Over the course of 1944 and 45, she was modernised to receive enhanced AA armament due to demounting one of the 2 torpedo launchers. Which is a shame. I think I'd rather have the torpedoes, but okay. Now her benefits is extended smoke, nimble aim, above average main battery transverse speed, gives an edge in close quarters combat, and she's also got a short range low torpedo range, which is good but it's bad. It means you've got to get really close to their torpedoes, which could be a problem. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so on my loadout, on my consumables, I've got the unlimited. So you've got your damage control party, which you always get. I've got my smoke generator, my repair party, and my engine boost. And I've also got a premium permanent camouflage, but I can choose from either the one that came with it for the kid, or I can go with the Stars and Stripes one, which is the one that they've obviously brought out for the 4th of July. So I've got 2 there I can use, so quite nice. Okay, so I'm going to mute the audio and we'll go into a battle, because I don't particularly want to hear everybody, or should I say, I don't want them hearing me talking to you guys while we're playing a battle. So I'll be back in a second.
Engine boost activated. Good luck and fair seas. Much obliged. That's how it's done.
Sighted on the horizon.
Thank you. Smoke generator started. Attention. Reporting the target position. The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir. Critical engine damage. Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes astern. Torpedoes to port. Problem solved, sir. In sight.
Okay, I'm back, and I survived. Didn't do as well as I hoped I was going to do. I was hoping to get at least a kill, but oh well. But anyway, as you can see, this is the victory screen. So tells me how much I've received. Now, as you can see, talking about the premium earlier, if I didn't have premium, I would have received 67,123 credits, 474 XP, 24 global XP is that, and 474 elite XP, I think that's right. However, as you can see, it's all been boosted with premium, so I've got a lot more there. So my battle performance, I caused 10,389 damage. I hit 26 of my shells. I shot down 1 aircraft, and I incapacitated 1 ship, and I assisted in the flag capture of an area. So I can go to team result and see just how well I actually did. So you've got all these people here, and there's me with 364. So the highest was 694. But if you look at the other side, the AI, their highest was 196. So I feel a bit better now. And then economy, so it tells me everything I need to know in that. So what from? So my credit booster gave me an extra 20%. And it tells me what my ship service cost. There it is. So okay, so ship XP, the white star, the green star is global XP, and the blue star is commander XP. There we go. I knew it was here somewhere. So at the bottom I can either return to port, or I can hold and battle on. Well, I think I'm going to close out this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it's shown you a glimpse of this game and answered some of your questions and bits and pieces. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments at the bottom of this video. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you soon for the next video. Happy gaming.